Effective Living offers life management group coaching. This is a great introductory option for those who are ready for guidance to structure your life in such a way where there is a harmonious balance between having enthusiasm for what you need to do, coupled with fulfillment of doing what you want to do. Join our group coaching program today to start creating a life you don't need to take a vacation from. More information about our group coaching program can be found at www.ricardomiller.com.
Good morning, beautiful people. Hi, I'm Coach Ricardo Miller, and I love helping people. In addition, I love helping people to understand that, listen, if you're going to live your best life, you have to make a commitment to be a growing person. You have to be willing to change and identify that you can stay the same and have the best life you've been created to have. You have to make a commitment to growing. You have to make a commitment to changing. You have to make a commitment to discovering what is it that I need to know in order for me to live my best life. Okay? Effective living is a platform that's built around the idea that you can have it all. Yep, you can have it all. You can have it all when you make a commitment to grow in every way, every day. Your goal should be, how can I become a better version of myself on a daily basis? Never competing, never comparing, but simply focusing on yourself. This season, it needs to really be you versus you. Okay? I say it like this. It's me versus me. And if you're watching this today and you're on Facebook, you need to go ahead and just place that in the comment section right now. It's me versus me. Moving forward, you got to understand that you're going to leave some parts of you behind as you're growing, because as you're growing, you're going to be changing. And as you're finding yourself changing, my hope and prayer is that when you discover the principles of living life correctly, you start implementing those principles. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to become a better version of yourself. Whenever someone says you have not changed at all, please note that's not a compliment. Whenever someone says you have not changed at all, please note that's not a compliment. Listen, man, the iPhone has changed. The automobile has changed. The aircraft industry is changing. Even the grocery stores are changing. McDonald's has changed, okay? Everything's changing. You too should be changing. I say it like this. Listen, delete the old version of me. Okay? Delete the old version of me. It's expired. I'm not that same guy anymore. How many of y'all have met people who can't shake the fact that that's how you used to be? That's how you used to be that person. You used to be not good with money. You used to be a glutton and you ate anything and everything that was brought in front of you. You used to be poor when it comes to people skills. You used to be the guy who didn't like to read. You used to be the person who weren't prepared to speak. You used to be the person who would not commit. You used to be the person who did not follow through. You used to be. Now you have to get to the point where you say, that's who I used to be. That's no longer me. If 2022 is going to be your best year, you got to figure out what's going to be that used to be me. And now on my way to living my best life, I have to discover that, listen, the reference point of my past needs simply to be a testimony. I can reflect on it, but I'm not going to live there. Okay, I can reflect on it. I have no problem with you reflecting on it, but guess what? I am not going to live there. I'm a growing person. I'm a growing person. You too should be a growing person. You ought to get to the point where you don't allow anybody to put you in a box to keep you where you once were. I was in a barbershop a few years ago, and a guy walked in and he said, man, I remember you from high school. Boy, you had a temper. Boy, you used to get in a lot of fight. Oh my goodness. And then some guy walked in and he had a little attitude and he said, hey man, watch how you talking, bro. And he started to refer to me. This dude right here, bro, this dude right here will knock you out. He started to refer to the old me. He started to refer to the old me. I have a problem with people who still try to refer to me from last month. I have a problem with people who try to refer to me from last year or the year before. Listen, I'm a growing person. You too should be considered a growing person. Don't allow yourself to be put into the box of familiarity where people are now only locking you into what they once knew you as. Okay? The iPhone 5 has no comparison as to how good the iPhone 11 is, man. Listen, the iPhone 11, the iPhone 12 has crushed it. It has changed. The phone has changed. Okay? You got to get to the point where you start to realize I have changed. I am no longer the person that I used to be. I love what the scripture says. It says, forgetting those things that are behind and pressing towards those things that are before me. There are some people who will never get the life they deserve because they're so locked into the life they once had. Their reference point is all about high school days. Their reference point is all about when the business was doing good. Their reference point was all about when they were a part of that particular team or that particular organization. And all they could do is live in the glory days of that particular moment or season that they once had. I'm here today to tell you that when you've been given a new day is an opportunity to begin again. I'm here to tell you that every day is an opportunity for you to tap into the idea of becoming a better version than the person you once were. One of the greatest dangers of success is to hold on to the idea that you've once won and only think about that success as your ultimate success. Don't let your last win be your only win. Don't let your last success be your only successful thing you would have acquired. There is so much more to conquer. There's so much more to be done. You got to get to the point where you tell yourself, listen, I'm a growing person. And as I'm a growing person, I'm going to learn and I'm going to appreciate that what I think is phenomenal today, 6 months from now, I may be tapping into a new season where there's something even better. A year from now, I may be tapping into something that's even better. 2 and 3 and 5 years from now, because I want to get better with age. You could commit to getting better with age. We all should commit to getting better with age. Don't stay stuck. You can create a habit of becoming the kind of person that's so locked in on what you once did that was great that you never get to capitalize on what you still can enjoy in this life. Learn to let go of the old you to embrace the new you that's going to be necessary to living your best life. That's the reason why I have my Reinvent Yourself webinar that's fast approaching. A new season demands a new you. You got to get to the point where you start to realize you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. You got to look at yourself different and realize the you who are now in your 40s cannot be operating like the you that was in your 30s. The you that was in your 30s can't operate like when you were in your 20s. The you that's in your 20s can't operate like you that was in your teenage years. And if you're going into 40s and 50s and 60s, you got to now do the work to make the necessary adjustments to soar into those new decades, in those new seasons, in proportion to your potential. You got so much more in you if you would just get past what you did. Okay, what you did. There is so much more. Don't just live on the porch of comfortness thinking about what you once did and capitalizing on just building a rapport on you remember. Hey, listen, man, I'm appreciative of where I've been. I'm appreciative to what I've acquired so far. But my best days are ahead of me. My best days. What about you? Can you say that with confidence? Can you say with confidence that your best days are ahead of you? Learning to live life effectively demands that you never settle. Learning to live life effectively demands that you identify that, listen, If they're still 5 years in front of me, they're still 10 years in front of me, if they're still 25 years in front of me, why am I going to still sit on the glory days of high school? Why am I going to still sit on the glory days of college years? Why am I going to sit on the glory days of the early days when we started the company, the early days when I joined the group, when I joined the organization, when I became a part? Why am I going to sit there when there is so much more? There's still so much more. All I'm challenging you today is to don't settle. Don't settle. Because when you start to settle, you lose your fire. You lose your edge. You lose your passion. And then you just start to merely exist. And then you start to become angry. You start to become angry at the people who still have passion, the people who still have drive, the people who are deciding they're never going to settle. It's the people who find themselves, they're 70 and they're 80 and they're still going after it. They're still saying, I want my mountain. Hey, come on. They're still saying, I believe I still got more in me to offer. And yes, they do have more. You still have more. You say, well, you know what? I'm of that age. I need to start settling down. Every day that you open your eyes and you find that you're still here in the world, you got to remind yourself, God still has a plan for me. My mere existence is an indication he's not done with me yet. So there's more. There's more maybe for your grandchildren. There's more for your great-grandchildren. You must know that there is more. How do I know there's more, Ricardo? My mere existence is an indication that I'm here for a reason. I'm not going to allow a day, a week, a month, a year, or an entire season be given to me and I don't capitalize on it. Don't settle. Capitalize on what's been given to you. If you need help, go to ricardomiller.com. Learn how we can assist you through the various services that we're offering at our website. We got a free blog that will help you discover the way. We got webinars, seminars, we got one-on-one coaching, we got group coaching. I love helping people. I love what I'm seeing happening in the life of some incredible people. There's a lane that you're supposed to function within. Discover your lane. Discover your place. You're supposed to have a level of success that is in comparison to nobody. It is in direct proportion to you finding you and you learning how to live there to the fullest. Have a phenomenal day. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.